here.
All right. Good
Okay, here.
afternoon, Dr. Nagel. Are you there?
Hey, good
Can you
afternoon.
hear
How
me
are
very
you?
well?
Let me see what's happening with my audio here. Oh, I see. Can you hear me?
Very well. Can you hear me also?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Hold on. Let me open up the video.
Yes, I can see the class. I can see the student.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
don't have
I'm
the link yet
audible
on
enough.
my. Yeah, it's coming up. So, how have you been?
Fine, I'm good. So you just give me signal if it's time for me to start the
Oh, yes, yeah. I
presentation.
will. Yeah, just give me a minute so I can get you in the projector here in the.
All right.
And let's see. Okay, yeah, everybody's seeing you, and I think it might be, yeah, that should be fine. And let's see if I get enough sound. And I think you said, yeah, you're seeing, okay, yeah, the class, I moved this thing. Yeah, I have kind of song, at least I was telling them that it's nice when you see people, that kind of, you know, motivate you more on talking. I mean, can you see us? You can see
Very
the class?
well. I can see the class.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, so we're going to start. So I'm going to introduce you, just say a little bit about you, and then you can also go from there. And I'm going to be giving
Problem.
the students some handouts for them to fill out about the presentation. So for us to get some feedback, and so then we should have some a Q&A at the end. So maybe we can time on that, and then we should be fine. So let me. I have the pleasure of introducing Paul. Paul and I have been kind of working together for quite long. And one of the very important things about Paul is that he has a lot of initiatives that he has been developing in South African countries, especially Nigeria. Paul has, we say he has maybe 2 or 3 degrees or so. So his main, areas in accounting, and currently he is president of one of the accounting organizations that we have regional here in Louisiana. So he's stationed in Baton Rouge, but he travels there everywhere. One of the important things that he does also is that he provides training to government officers back in Nigeria. He's also a faculty in a university in Nigeria, so he's going to tell you more about. And also, he has done work when it comes to technology, accounting, finance. So he does some of that. So Paul, we thank you for help for joining us, for presenting to us. We're looking forward to hear from you something about emerging technologies. And so we thank you, and we hope that we are able to maybe one day bring you here in person, since you are stationed in Baton Rouge. But thank you for presenting to us. So I think,
Yeah, thank you very much. Can we, can I go ahead now?
oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah, yeah. Let me.
All right.
Oh, shit. Oh, I need to share the screen. Yeah.
Just a moment.
Do you have a way to share the screen, or I have to do it?
I will share the screen, then we start immediately.
Oh, okay, perfect.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, good afternoon, class. I think it should still be afternoon. I flew into Dallas today. We're on the same time zone. Good afternoon, class. You are welcome. And I use this opportunity to thank Professor Nagera for this opportunity given to me to share with us the topic we are seeing on the screen, impact of emerging technologies in business and accounting. It is no longer news that we are in an era referred to as era of digital revolution. Some call it era of digital Darwinism, where virtually most activities are no longer done manually but electronically. Today, we even have some of you students here in school. I'm very sure you are conversant with it. You are giving assignment. People use AI to go and do assignment, particularly ChatGPT. That is just one out of about 24 AI tools available. But then recently, the United States government they've signed an agreement with an IT company in order to come up with what we call AI detector for plagiarism. We are going to see some of these things later. And when we talk of emerging technologies in business and accounting, we are saying those new technologies because research is going on every day. Sometimes you have a particular technology in use yesterday, that same technology can no longer be used for the challenges of today, every day with its own challenges. So in this presentation, we're gonna be exploring how technology is reshaping the landscape of business and accounting. Now, when we talk about business, according to Kate and Gubelin, don't let me go into definition of business now, but you know it is business that give rise to accounting. In some climb, they will even tell you business encompass accounting and some other discipline. It is when you have transactions that you now say, how do I record this transaction? And when you talk about recording the transactions, you can do it electronically, some still do it manual. But in this part of the world, United States, of course, we do the electronic system of recording accounting. When we talk of emerging technologies, number one, we say emerging technologies are innovative tools and solutions that drive significant advancement across industries. And I'm glad that what they do in most of the universities we have in the United States, they empower students with the tools they need when they get to the industry. We in ACCSA Global, if you check my background, ACCSA is Association of Chartered Certified System Accountant. We have observed the gap in the utilization of technology between developed countries and developing nations. So ours is to bridge this gap. In developing countries or developing nations, they have access to technology, and not only access to technology, they use this technology. But when you go to continents of Africa, for example, you go to universities, you still see professors still doing chalk and board lectures. Then when it comes to even accounting, they still do accounting, biro and paper. So these are things we have identified and we put together training to bridge this gap. Now, emerging technologies again, point number two, as you can see on that screen, they encompass recent developments in artificial intelligence, blockchain, cloud computing, data analytics, and more. After this theoretical base or background setting, I'm going to do a couple of practical demonstration of some of these things we are discussing to drive home the understanding. And they are characterized by rapid evolution and disruptive potential in traditional sectors. Now, one definition of emerging technology that strikes the mind: technologies that are newly developed or still in early stages but show great potential to reshape industries. Now, take it or leave it. I said in most of the industries they have a lot of problems, and some of these companies, some of these industries are looking for problem solver, people who will solve their problems for them. And technology, of course, is one of the means to quickly address the challenges of industry. I take this for example. You will need to manufacture some goods, and we know in economics or even in business, the lower the price, the higher the demand. And when you have higher demand as a result of low prices, you are likely to make more profit. So technology enhance productivity. That's one area. So all those tech tools, all those techniques, all those electronic devices that need to be deployed by industries to enable them enhance their productivity, and they are coming up every day. These are emerging technologies. We say they often leverage automation, enhance data processing, connectivity, and security. Now look at this on the screen now. We say transformative role in various industries. Now, when you talk of business, emerging technologies are impacting business significantly. That's why today we talk of e-commerce, we have e-business, e-governance, a lot of things that you don't need to say you want to travel from the United States, say to United Kingdom to do business. We have business is online. These are made possible because of this emerging technology. I put it this way, that some researchers are not actually sleeping. Some are not sleeping. They are devising new ways on how to solve human problems, on how to solve organizational problems, on how to solve business problems. So we have the transformation brought about by emerging technologies in this industry. We can see on the screen. You see, we have streamlined operations. When we say emerging technology, transformative role in business, improve decision making, of course, enhance customer experiences. That's how emerging technology is impacting business. Then when we go to finance, emerging technologies have transformed finance by automating the processes, improve fraud detection, and provide real-time insight for financial planning. You know, when we talk of financial planning now, we talk of a short-term plan, we talk of medium-term plan, then we talk of the long-term planning. We are going to see some tools that will help you. Once you have your data, you key in the data, this technology can help you project where you will be in the next 5 years. For example, the AI, if you apply artificial intelligence, very relevant predictive analysis. Predictive analysis. That is, you know where you are coming from as a business. Last year, you made $500,000 profit. The year before, $300,000 profit from your business. A year before then, maybe 250,000. When you project this, just key in this data. AI, for example, will help you predict what profit to expect next year. That is one area. Then in healthcare, emerging technologies have also transformed healthcare by supporting advanced diagnostics. I'm sure some of us have heard what they call telemedicine. Telemedicine. And that one, you don't need to go and see a doctor in person. You will just be where you are. They carry out what we call the patient say, I'm sick. They have to carry out a diagnostic analysis of what is wrong with the patient. You don't have to travel to go and see any doctor. And once they carry out that diagnostic analysis of what is wrong, they also make predictive or prescription. They prescribe for you the relevant medicines that will take care of the ailment. Then in education, emerging technologies has enabled digital learning platform. We have a lot of them. We have a lot of these digital learning platforms. And I'm sure some people, maybe is it in United States now, they have Microsoft Teams, they have diverse one. Then personalized curriculum and global access to resources. Then across industries, emerging technologies are driving what? Productivity, efficiency, and innovation. Now, if we go now, we narrow it down, see another subheading here, the role of technology in modern business. And the very first one on the screen, key business innovation, cloud computing. when we talk of cloud computing, especially when it relates to accounting and business, we are saying all you just need, you have your internet access, you have your functional email address. We are going to do a practical demonstration of that shortly. You have your functional email address and you have the domain name. So we have this software that resides on the server of the service provider. For example, if you talk of Sage Accounting, I'm sure some of you have heard about Sage Accounting. The one popular, they will talk of Sage 50. But this one, you can get it installed on your system. But when we talk of cloud computing, we are saying you don't need to go and buy on the shelf Sage software to install on your desktop. All you just need the internet access, then you go online. They also call it online accounting. You access it, you process your transaction, generate your report, and send it to whosoever that need that report. So in cloud computing, we say provides on demand access to computing and data storage. It enables real-time collaboration and remote access to business applications, reduces infrastructure cost and support scalability as business needs grow, enhances data security with advanced encryption and backup solutions. That's when you look at key business innovation and from the point of view of cloud computing. Then AI, artificial intelligence and machine learning. If you ask me to define AI as simple as possible, how do I define artificial intelligence? I would just say machine, that's where you allow machine to mimic the human intelligence so that tasks that it had to perform by human being will be performed by a machine. That is AI, artificial intelligence. So rather than you racking your brain in taking some decisions, or rather than you racking your brain in solving some problem, you are now using the intelligence of the machine. That's AI, artificial intelligence, machine learning. Now, if you look at the point under this, say it automates repetitive tasks, increasing efficiency and reducing human error. Then with AI and machine learning, it offers predictive analytics. I mentioned this earlier, that with artificial intelligence in place, all AI and ML does is to study the pattern. You study the pattern of transactions that has occurred in the time past. Then with that pattern, you can predict what is likely to happen next. Then we say power chatbots and virtual assistant for improved customer service. Support personalized marketing through data-driven insights into customer behavior. Some people have the opinion that with AI, with machine learning, with robotic, and all manner of technology, people are losing their job. And the advice I give to them is you change as time changes and adapt yourself to the environment. You should be the one that will cause the disruptions so that you will not be disrupted. And how do you cause the disruptions? That's part of what we are doing now. For you to carry out research into the emerging technologies, the one especially relevant to your field of study. Carry out research. I shared with Dr. Noguera last year, January, that's to be precise, January 19, when I came into the US. I had I was here for about a year while waiting for my permanent residency, that's my EB1, to be approved. So within that 1 year, I embarked on a research into AI, artificial intelligence. And after that rigorous research, I was able to come up with minimum 24 AI tools. Not only are these AI tools, I just check them, I really use them one after the other to identify the weaknesses in some of them. For example, from the research I've carried out, I realized that when you give some questions quantitative, because I tested this, like ChatGPT, I had a question in oil and gas accounting. I have solved that question myself manually, and I'm sure as anything, that solution I have very perfect. I gave the same question to ChatGPT to solve. It gave me different solution, different from what I have. And I advise people don't rely 100% on this artificial intelligence. That's why you see that caption there, AI makes mistake. I'm just telling you, there are errors. And I said, no matter the sophistication of AI, of emerging technologies, the place of human brilliance and human ingenuity, that is your originality, cannot be overemphasized. That is, by the way, so why you use emerging technologies or AI to support you in your field of study, it is good you also know your onions. That is, you know what you are doing. Now, key business innovations, we have another one, blockchain technology. I'm sure if we have accounting student among you or business student, you must have heard about double entry principle discovered by the Italian priest Luca Pacioli. He was the one that discovered the double entry principle in 1494. Now, with double entry principle, what we are saying there is for every debit entry, there is a credit entry. That there are two parts to every transaction. That is the double entry principle, originally discovered by that Italian priest. But now we have another one we call blockchain technology. This blockchain technology, they are set of immutable ledgers. When you say immutable ledgers, in fact, in blockchain technology, they will tell you we have triple entry. This is the first time we are talking about three. That is, if myself and one of you are doing business together, you maintain one aspect of the record, I maintain my own aspect. That's double. But in blockchain technology, there is a third leg that nobody can manipulate. If I have business with Jane now, maybe I've sent goods to Jane. Jane is the receiver, Paul is the giver. Jane will debit an account there, I will credit an account. That is the double entry principle. But in blockchain technology, there is a third entry that neither Jane nor Paul can manipulate. That one is permanently there. And blockchain technology is used to record transactions that involve digital assets. I'm sure also we know what we call digital asset. Example of this digital asset, we have cryptocurrencies. Some of you who have investment in cryptocurrencies, you have invested in digital asset to take care of the record of all transactions that transpire within that digital environment. Blockchain technology is what we need. So we say blockchain technology ensures secure, transparent, and tamper-proof transaction records. When we say immutability, immutable, it cannot be destroyed. It's ever there. It facilitates real-time audit and enhances trust in financial reporting. It reduces fraud by providing a verifiable digital ledger of transactions. Then revolutionizes supply chain management by tracking goods from origin to consumer. If time allows us, I'm going to share with us, I have some links like that for blockchain technology. In fact, everything we are discussing here, we have link to see how it works. The big data analytics, when we say big data, there are large volumes of data. When large volumes here, and when we say large volume, they are so voluminous that they need to be collected, they need to be analyzed in order for effective decision making. And when we talk of this big data here, we are talking of data that comes out every second, sometime in millions, in billions. And when you pick a bank, let's pick a practical example. When we say pick Chase, JP Morgan, Chase Bank in United States, that have millions of customers all over. And you want to take a decision as a manager, how many decisions, how accurate your decision will be if you want to do it manually. But in big data, you collect all this data together, and this data can be structured, it can be semi-structured, and it can be unstructured. That's the categorization of this big data. We have structured data, we have semi-structured, and we have unstructured. And they want you to make sense out of all this data. I'm sure also you know data is the plural of datum. Datum. Data is the plural of datum. Data, of course, informational raw materials. So big data analytics enables data-driven decision making, enhancing business intelligence. It helps businesses understand customer behavior and optimize marketing effort. I give us also a very quick example. I used to have an account with JP Morgan Chase Bank, and they've studied, of course, their own technology. They install their technology. I've studied the patterns my money is being spent, even when I'm outside the United States, I'm outside the state, and they notice that I use my personal account to settle some bills in the UK, in Dubai, United Arab Emirates, each time I organize training conference in this country. And they've drawn my attention to all this. After a while, they study the pattern of the transaction. That is big data analytics. Okay, this is the pattern of your spending for a whole month. And they felt I'm exposing my account to high risk. And if there is a loss, maybe I may come back and ask JP Morgan Chase Bank to pay me that I'm not aware of any fraud. And what they did was to write me and notify me that they're going to close my account. And they did. They advised me to go and open account in another place. And how did they get to know all this? Big data analytics. They check the pattern of your spending. Now, imagine technologies in accounting. Number one, automation and robotic process automation. See, RPA. Now, just summary, if I want to summarize this for you, in order for you to avoid repetitive tasks, that is, as a business student or as an accounting student, you perform repetitive tasks every day. If you take accounting cycle, for example, start with books of original entry, we talk about journal, we talk about ledgers, then you balance your ledgers, then you extract a trial balance, then you prepare the final account. Rather than spending too much money to engage people to come and be posting ledgers, we have this emerging technology called RPA, robotic process automation, that will automate all these repetitive tasks so that without human intervention, this job can be done. And if you see what is on the screen, I say streamlines repetitive tasks such as data entry and invoice processing. And in time management, every organization want to maximize their time. They want to maximize their resources. So some of these things that can be done by machine, leave it for machine and let your other staff handle some other technical assignment. So RPA reduces errors by automating routine accounting operations, increases efficiency, allowing accountants to focus on higher value tasks. I remember when I was working in a bank in Africa, I work in the internal control unit. Can you imagine a graduate of accounting? As I have my master's, a graduate, I have my MSc accounting and finance, a professional accountant, and all I do in that unit, they call it internal control unit. They come up with the document evidencing transaction at the end of the day. Then they are going to print out all those transactions. So all I do, I will check the teller, sometimes I will check it against the printout from the system. I will be ticking. That's all I do for hours. So how do I garner experience? Just by ticking. But now with robotic process automation, some of these things don't need to be done by human being. The machine will handle that. Then we have the data analytics for financial reporting. This enables analysis of large data sets to gain insight into financial trends and performance, support real-time reporting, improving decision-making capabilities, identify patterns, anomalies, and potential risks in financial data. I tell my student, I asked them a question some time ago. I said, between the accountant and the manager, who is more relevant when it comes to the management of resources? And one of the students raised his hand and said, "Sir, I have the answer." I said, "Okay, what was the answer. And the guy said, an accountant is nothing more than a mere record keeper. I said, no. Then why do we have accountant in the management team? If you are a manager and your accountant provides for you cost data, which will form the basis of you taking decision, and those data are faulty, then your decision will also be faulty. So in data analytics, patterns are identified, anomalies are also identified, and potential risk are identified so that the decision taking will be very effective and efficient. Then data analytics also assist in forecasting and budgeting. We go to the next one. We are talking of technological tools in accounting. Number 3, cloud-based accounting software. We'll go into the cloud now. I will show us one of such software that reside in the server of a service provider. Then the class will be over. But let's see this. Cloud-based accounting software allows remote access to financial data, supporting flexible and real-time work, reduces the need for physical infrastructure, lowering operational costs, facilitates collaboration among team members and with clients, enhances data security through advanced encryption and automated backups. So there is no backup worry if you are using the cloud-based accounting software. That's what we are saying. Then for blockchain, for secure transaction and audit trails, it provides a transparent, tamper-resistant ledger for recording transactions. I think I've explained blockchain. Blockchain, I said they are set of what? Immutable ledgers. Immutable ledgers. Now, artificial intelligence in business and accounting, that's the next subheading. What are the various areas of application of AI in business and accounting? See, automated data entry and classification. And when you apply AI in automating data entry and classification, see what you stand. Reduces time spent on manual data entry, minimizing human errors. Automatically categorizes transactions, invoices, and expenses for streamlined accounting. Speeds up data processing, allowing for quicker financial reporting. Enhances accuracy and consistency across financial records. That is AI application now in business and accounting. Then when you come to AI also application, and another key area that is relevant, predictive analytics in financial forecasting. And all you do in forecasting is you want to study the past. There is a saying, it's a study the past if you want to survive the future. And when you are taking decision, either as a manager, even as a student, maybe you are working, you take decision under condition of uncertainty. And when we say condition of uncertainty, that means you don't have a clue of what will happen. Then we also take decision under condition of certainty. That one you are sure of the outcome. And the third category, we take decision under condition of risk. So when you talk of risk, we are saying something similar has happened in the past. And because it has happened in the past, there is a probability that it's going to happen again in the future. That's why we talk of predictive analytics. So it uses historical data to forecast future financial trends. Then helps businesses anticipate cash flow needs, budgeting, and resource allocation. Support decision making by predicting market conditions and customer behavior. Now, identify potential risks and opportunities in financial planning. See the third category, fraud detection. In fraud detection, AI will help you analyze patterns in financial data to identify suspicious activities and anomalies. For instance, maybe they check your pattern of spending as a student, average of $500 in a month. But suddenly, they just notice from $500, now $2,000. That should put the bank or even the auditor into inquiry. because it's not normal any longer. Then we say detects irregular transactions and flags potential fraud in real time, enhances compliance and reduces risk of financial misreporting, supports regulatory adherence by providing an additional layer of security. Then we have the fourth category. They are AI-driven insight for business strategy. CAI application in business. And how will this happen? It provides data-driven insight for strategic planning and business growth. When we say strategic planning here, long-term planning. Where are we coming from? Where are we now as a business? And where is our desire? Where do we desire to be in 5 years' time? Strategic planning. It helps in understanding customer preferences and optimizing product offerings, enables targeted marketing by analyzing consumer behavior and trends, assists management in making informed decisions on investment and operations. That is artificial intelligence. Now, blockchain and its impact on accounting, decentralized ledgers and transparency. We have explained this. Then we have the real-time auditability. When we say online real-time, as the transaction is taking place, there is access to audit it. Then potential for reducing errors and fraud. Of course, when you are conscious that you have one part of the entry that cannot be tampered with, then errors, fraud will be limited. Case studies, we'll see some case studies later. Then we have big data and analytics in business and accounting. What will this do for us? One, enhance decision making through data insights. And if we want to see this further, we are saying provide comprehensive analysis of large data sets for informed business decision. Then let's go to the second one, customer behavior analysis for strategic planning. Say analyzes customer preferences, buying patterns, and feedback for targeted marketing. Some of you on social media, like some of us on Facebook, I don't know if you have experienced that before, that who informed this social company that I need this particular product. That is what all this big data analysis does for us. They analyze your preferences. Maybe you have ordered for something online before. They have your information. Before now, they will tell you time is money, time is still money. But the real currency now is data. Somebody will have access to all data about either an organization. Just recently, during our last conference in UK, I have a professor, one of our resource person, who said all these computer criminal, these cyber security fraudsters, hijacked the data and as well as the system of their institution. And they were calling for ransom. So I say it's not only human being they kidnap. Now they even kidnap your entire computer system. That's what happened to that institution in the UK. And the guy was asking for ransom to be paid for him before we release that. So in data analytics, it helps business personalize services and products to improve customer satisfaction, assist in identifying high-value customers, and optimizing customer acquisition effort. Then support long-term strategic planning. We've been saying this, everything about planning, about decision making. Then we have role, big data analytics in business again, has role to play in compliance and risk management. And in risk management here, we say assist in monitoring transactions for suspicious activities to prevent fraud, enhances regulatory compliance by providing a detailed audit trail, identify potential risk in real time, allowing proactive risk management, and so on. Then cloud computing, I will just mention this feature. I want us to just take one or two practical to drive home today's presentation. Now, benefits of cloud-based solution, real-time collaboration and data access, scalability and flexibility. I'm sure your professor will give you this slide. You can go through that. We want to see some practical. Then benefits of cloud, number 3, lower operational costs. All you just do, you pay monthly subscription. Then you access the software online. Then security concerns and mitigation strategies. So the potential risks include data breaches, unauthorized access, and compliance issues. The mitigation strategy involve robust encryption. When we say encryption here, when you are sending a message within, we have what is called LAN, we have what is called WAN. LAN is local area network. What you are sending may not be protected. But when you are sending message within wide area network, you encrypt your data so that when hackers or crackers hijack this data, they cannot have access to the content. That's what we say here. Then RPA, automation and RPA in business processes. RPA, I've defined that one as robotic process automation. Now, streamlining process and reducing costs. That's automate repetitive tasks, freeing up time for employees to focus on higher value work. This is just the detailed explanation of what we have discussed earlier when I was doing the presentation. Now let's see cybersecurity concerns with emerging technologies. I will start this by saying when we talk of technology, one of the main challenges in technology is cybercrime. Cybercrime. And here we have cybersecurity concerns with emerging technology. See it here, we say streamlining process and reducing costs, automate repetitive tasks, freeing up time for employees to focus on higher value. Let's go straight to challenges and limitations. Number 1, challenges and limitations is high implementation costs. Number 2 is need for specialized skills and training. Then we have resistance to change in traditional setup. When we say high implementation costs, of course, technology adoption comes with costs. That's just the summary there. Costs can be prohibitive for small and medium-sized businesses. Ongoing expenses for maintenance, updates, and cybersecurity measures. These are associated challenges with the high implementation cost. Need for specialized skills and training. Yeah, you need to be trained to use this emerging technology. That's also a challenge. Some people are dogmatic in their approach to things. They want to remain the way they have been. They like to do things the old way. Some don't want change. Most employees, don't let me generalize that. Most employees, some employees resist change. They don't want change. And once you don't change the process, your output, your product remain the same. And that's the third challenge now, resistant to change in traditional setups. And I say here, employees and management may be hesitant to adopt new technology that disrupt established routines. People don't want change. It's a challenge. We have a case study here. See case studies, real world application. JP Morgan Chase use AI-driven predictive analytics to anticipate market trends and inform investment strategies, improving decision-making accuracy. Deloitte employs AI in forecasting client revenue patterns, enhancing the precision of audit planning and resource allocation. Then, when you talk of blockchain now, PwC, PricewaterhouseCoopers, is an audit firm. They implement blockchain to create transparent, immutable audit trails, reducing the time needed for verification and enhancing trust in financial reports. KPMG, that's another big audit firm, use blockchain for real-time transaction verification in client audits, increasing accuracy and reducing risk. And as I conclude, we see success stories of tech-driven transformation in business and accounting. Walmart utilizes blockchain to improve supply chain transparency, tracking product origins, and improving accountability. Of course, as a result of the adoption of that blockchain, it reduces cost and enhances efficiency in logistics. Then we have another company, Means, leverages data analytics to optimize energy consumption and cost management in their manufacturing processes. American Express employs big data analytics to detect fraudulent activities and enhance customer service with personalized offers. Future of emerging technologies in accounting. One, we see continued rise of AI and machine learning. Of course, it's continuous. Evolution of blockchain beyond cryptocurrencies. Expanding role of cybersecurity in financial data. Then the key points, as we summarize, emerging technologies like AI, blockchain, big data, and cloud computing are transforming business and accounting practices. They enable automation, improve accuracy, enhance decision making, and offer real-time insights, streamlining financial operations. They say these technologies are reshaping how businesses manage data, secure transactions, and optimize processes. There's the importance of staying adaptable and informed. Rapid advancement in technology require businesses and professionals to continuously learn and adapt. We have to keep learning, training, and retraining. I'm sure you've come across this popular saying. They will tell us the illiterate of the 21st century is not one who cannot read or write, but someone who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. That's the definition of illiterate in this era of digital revolution. Staying informed about new tools and practices is crucial to remain competitive and leverage technological advantage. Before I take question and answer, I say thank you for your attention. Then we'll take a practical. If you have your system with you, I can see you have your system. I want you to launch your browser. I want to show us just one cloud. We have discussed cloud computing. I'll just do a practical demonstration. And if I still have like 5 minutes, I don't know how much time I have, I can also show us one or two artificial intelligence tools, especially the one that is relevant to you as students. All right. I want us to launch our browsers, whether Firefox. See what I've done on my screen. I've launched my own browser here. If we have the time and your professor will create time, maybe something we can do like 3 hours. You ask me to come
Yeah,
to
we have like 10 more minutes.
10 more minutes. Thank you very much. I'm not even talking of today. Maybe subsequently that we can do the real practical. That's what that's my own energy and strength to look at some of these AI. Minimum 24 of them within. All right. If you have launched your browser, please see what I'm doing now. Just type this. See, accounting dot sage one. Type this accounting dot sage one dot co.za. Accounting dot sage1.co.za. I'm taking us to cloud accounting now. Let's see how this thing works. Cloud. Now, if you press enter, watch. Have you seen this? How many of you are where I am on the screen here? Great. Can see one hand there. Now, this is Sage Cloud. Sage Cloud. I'm talking of emerging technology. Now, because of time again, I will not go into all this long process. See something here. Say sign up as a user. If you sign up as a user, let me show you something, but we are not doing that for now. It will require you to put your company name, product type, country. If this is South Africa, because this you can change. There are a lot of country there. When you change your country, it will change the currency. your first name, your last name, the mobile number, email, password, and so on. Then you check this box, I accept all the terms and conditions, then you sign up. But why I said we are not, this is outside the scope of what we're doing today. Because when you use this one, when you sign up, after a month, you'll be asked to be paying monthly subscription. But let's go back. See, sign up as an advisor. If you want to advise, you use that. But the one I want to show us before I close, see it here, demo company. When you click on this, it will take you straight to the dashboard. This is an existing company now. This is how accounting business transaction is done in the cloud. Now, if you come to this place, you see home, quick view, customers. Now, when it comes to customer, you can add a customer. List of customer is there, transactions, there are a lot of things here. Maybe if we'll have another opportunity to meet, I'll come up with practical question. Then we are going to create and post this transaction. But I want to show us these see reports from this Sage Cloud. See all the reports available there. Account intelligence report, customers report, suppliers, item, sales, banks and credit cards, VAT, that's value added tax, account, financial statement, asset report, budget report, order, accountant's report. I will only show us one, then we'll stop. See what I've done? I click on financial statement. Let me go back. For some of us following, see when you come to reports, you come here, click on financial statements. When you click on financial statements, see here we have profit and loss, we have balance sheet, we have trial balance. I click on profit and loss. Then I will say view report. Now, when you go to view reports, see something here. We have your sales, we have the sales, catfish revenue, sales, total sales, cost of sales. Then when you scroll on, you have net profit or loss after tax. This is financial report. And why am I showing you this one? We are talking of emerging technology. With this cloud-based reporting solution in place, anywhere you just find yourself, whether within the US or outside the United States, as long as you have internet access, as long as you have your functional email, and you have the domain name I gave to you earlier, accounting.sage1.co.za, you can post your transaction and generate reports. And I've just shown us one here. We have the list is endless. We have numerous of this report. Now, once you generate this report, see what you can do. See PDF here. You can convert this report to PDF. You can decide to print it out. You can decide to email it to your superior, your commissioner. So if I click on PDF, watch, I click on PDF within seconds, if your internet is fast, see it here, that same report is already in PDF format. So some of you can download this, attach to email, then send to whosoever you want to send it to. On this note, I think my time is up. Let me stop here for question or comment. The other aspect I will have shown us is some of us are the popular one. We are all used to ChatGPT, but there is one that is called GPT0.me. That one is the plagiarism. That one check plagiarism test with GPT0.me. If I, as a professor, I give my student assignment and my student use ChatGPT to go and generate solution, GPT0.me will help me detect how many percentage of your solution you have copied using ChatGPT. That will not permit us. Then we have another AI that is used for paraphrasing. That is, you generate content using ChatGPT, but you want to rephrase it to add element of originality to it. They call it Quillbot. Quillbot. That's the name. Time will not permit us to do that demonstration, so that when you use your ChatGPT to create content, you can take it to Quillbot. That one will rephrase it for you to give you some element of originality. I told us earlier that the United States government have signed an MOU with an IT company, and they came up with this GPT-0.me, so that each university will now decide now how many percentage. They now have AI policies. There is nothing new under the world. We are not saying you should not make reference to people, to other authors when you are giving assignment or when you are doing your research work. But you cannot be giving assignment as student and you go and use ChatGPT 100% and you say you have done something. You have not done anything. Thank you for your attention. It's time for question and comment.
Thank you. Questions? Any questions? I guess you may have some. Go ahead. Maybe we can. I know some, but we have 5 more minutes, so you. Questions? Comments? Anybody has any questions? Wow, that's. Yeah. Anything you think that, I guess, what accounting, but you have marketing majors or supply chain majors to mention some. So, any questions? Well, I can ask you one. Can you tell us if, and I asked this yesterday, I have a, I have actually a presentation with, it was with Honeywell. Honeywell in Baton Rouge, where Honeywell is a big company. I have a presentation on supply chain innovator. I asked them, actually, the lady that was presenting, I asked her, if you are signing up for a job, an entry-level job, what will a business expect you to know about emerging technologies? Because obviously these are a lot of high-level things. So your experience, what would you think it will be something that it will be expected? You hear me now? Or I'm not sure. Are you still there?
I didn't get the question. I did not get your question.
Oh, you didn't hear the question?
You walked away when you were.
Oh, okay. No. Let me. Okay, sorry. If I'm going into an entry-level position in a job, as a, I graduated, I'm going into an entry-level position. What will the employer expect me to know, be able to do that relates to any of those emerging technologies?
Thank you very much for that question. And now I will respond to that question with what happened, something that happened in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, just last year. Someone applied for a job. It was this state government job now, Louisiana State there. And when they invited her for an interview, what they did was to print out a list of emerging technologies, because they've asked her, okay, the position entry level, the position you want is entry level for an accountant. Some other time may be for another discipline. I'm just picking up from the point of view of what happened in reality. So they printed out a list of these emerging technologies, about 13 of them. And they asked her to go and identify out of these 13, how many of them was she conversant with. And she was able to tick only 3 out of 13. And what they did, they examined her, or they tested her based on the ones she said she know how to use. And she was given that job. Now, going back to your question again, entry level, what are the ones your employer will expect you? That was for accounting. But for some other person who want to take up an employment or appointment, what the expectation of your employer may not even be chat GPT or this one we are talking about. What I expect any graduate, whether graduate or undergraduate, you want to work in an organization, you take your own time to go and carry out a research. Go and do your finding. Because more, if it's United States, they will even specify, they will let you know, okay, these are the areas we want you, or these are the schedules we want you to handle if we engage you. So the responsibility is now yours to go and do some preliminary training. Have an idea about the emerging technology relevant to the assignment or schedule you want to handle. I will not lie to you, when you are employing two people, one person don't have any idea at all about emerging technologies or the tool being used in the organization, and the other party, the other person have an idea. Employers find it more easier to give that job to the person with experience, with an idea on this technology, than the person they will train from scratch, from beginning. Even employers now, they want a ready-made employee. And what do I mean by ready-made? People who have prepared themselves for the job. It was Francis Bacon who put it this way: say education killed the disease of ignorance and superstition. He says study first, acquire the relevant skills, then the enviable opportunity will come later. So that's my submission. You need to know the emerging technology relevant to the work you're gonna handle when you are employed. So that's the way it works.
Perfect. Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Caballo. We really appreciate your time, and I know it has been very insightful. We hope to have you again in another time. So thank you, and we wish you have a good evening.
All right, thank you, class. Bye.
Thank you. Yeah,
Bye.
thank you. Okay, bye.
Bye.